On this week's episode, we'll cover everything that's going on during the week of November 12th, plus a few other things you want to know.
Here's this week's schedule. Today, Academic Bowl is having a competition at Bremen that starts at 4. Tuesday, the girls and boys basketball team is having a scrimmage game against Troop that starts at 6. Wednesday, the middle school is having their fall banquet at 6. Thursday, we're having another basketball game at East Coweta that starts at 4:30. Also, Thursday, the middle school is having a wrestling meet at Central that starts at 5 o'clock. Friday, biology students will be on a field trip to the aquarium. Teachers, do not mark your students absent. In later news, if you plan on going to prom this school year, it's going to be April 13th. Please make sure you have all your dues paid. Juniors, dues are $65 until the end of this semester. They will go up to $90 once the spring has started. Prom preparations are being made now. If you don't pay the dues early, the junior officers will not have a budget for prom. Seniors, if you plan on attending prom but did not pay last year, you need to make arrangements to pay now. See Miss Engel or Miss Holtzclaw for more information.
Now over to our reporter, Selena Creed, with Coach Kerbo to talk about our football game against Bremen that was November 2nd.
I'm Selena Creed. I'm here with Coach Kerbo. Were you surprised to win the region this year?
Really wasn't surprised. We had 19 out of 22 starters coming back on a team that made it to the semifinals and won the region last year. So that was really our goal coming in, to win the region and even make it further.
Now that you've won the region, is there anything your team's going to do differently?
Well, now that we've won, each game in the playoffs should get tougher and tougher. So we will see teams that we're not very familiar with. So really we won't go about it differently. It'll just be different in preparation for the different formations and stuff that you're not familiar with, because it'll be different teams.
Are there any teams that you're worried about competing with?
Well, we didn't compete real well with Rockmart in the second game of the year, third game of the year actually. So we're not worried about competing with them. We hope we get another shot. Or Hayful Charter, which we did compete with, but it ended up bad. We wouldn't mind getting a shot at one of those teams, and because that would mean we advanced pretty far in the playoffs, because we wouldn't play one of those teams until the championship, because we're on the left side of the bracket and they're on the right side.
Is there any student that has stood out to you this year?
Yeah, there's been a lot of players that have performed really well. Leading the defense would be, I think in tackles, is Zaylen Wood. He has 61 tackles at defensive tackle position, and Trey Owens is right behind him. Of course, Andrew Leak he's right up there in tackles, and he's the leader of our defense. He gets us into all our right checks against different formations. J-Rock and David Urquia, Aaron Beasley, Quincy, and Huzzy. I could go on and on, but really the whole unit's played well as far as defense is concerned.
Is there anything your team needs to improve on?
Yes, we need to improve on not allowing the big play, because every team in the playoffs has a lot of good playmakers who can turn a short play or a short catch into a 50 or 60-yard touchdown. And in the big games, that has been our problem. We've given up too many big plays like that. So I would definitely say that would be it. We need to work on that.
Thanks, Coach Kerbo. Thanks, guys.
Now, let's watch Ethan Sorrentino with this week's weather and random weird facts.
How's it going on, guys? It's Ethan Sorrentino with Weird Facts. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first weird fact is that sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins can. A sea creature and you get a land creature. And the land creature, who rarely goes in water, honestly, rarely moves, can hold its breath longer than a dolphin. But I guess if you're as lazy as a sloth, you can do that. You're not putting much energy into it. But second weird fact is that your supermarket apples can be up to 1 year old. That's disgusting. I guess since we've eaten it all these years that, you kind of grow up to it. But 1 year old apple, how do they not rot? But they preserve them in freezers, and they stay fresh, or quote unquote fresh. But the third weird fact of this week is that, did you know it's impossible to hum while holding your nose? I know you guys just tried that, so that's why I gave y'all a second. But you can't. It's impossible, because your body, when you hum, your air goes through your nose, if y'all ever knew that. Alright, and then the fourth weird fact is that, you see how yellow this water is? It's not even real. We put budget into this. It's fake. All of it. Can someone donate me real flowers? I think that'd be great. But my name's Ethan Sorrentino, and that was Weird Facts. See y'all again next week. What's up, guys? It's your boy Ethan Sorrentino, back at it again with the weather. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this week's weather, it will be Monday will be showers, Tuesday it'll be sunny, Wednesday it'll be mostly sunny, Thursday it'll be sunny, and Friday it'll be mostly sunny as well. The high this week is 59 and the low is 33. So remember, guys, if y'all are driving, wear your seatbelt and be safe.
Next, we have Brandon Dixon and Michael Payne with things that make them angry.
Hello, we're angry again, and here's another week of anger. Michael, what are you mad about this week?
Hipsters and Starbucks.
Yes, very bad things.
Why is there so many white people always want to hold up their Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, post on Snapchat, act like they're so cool? You don't. Just because you have your Teavana shaken strawberry green tea and fusion lemonade, it doesn't make you cool.
Is that a real thing, Michael?
Yes, it is.
Oh God, that is a very long thing.
Or any other 7-word drink of the day they have. Just because you have it, that doesn't make you any cool, no matter how basic of a white boy or a white girl you might be.
You're still a bad person.
And the experience isn't even worth it, really. First off, you actually have to get up and go to their restaurants to get the drinks, because you can't order online like with so many other restaurants, and in this lazy society, that's a no-no.
Big ol' no.
Second of all, the people there don't know what they're doing. They always get the items on their menu wrong, so your precious Teavana shaken strawberry green tea infusion lemonade will probably come out wrong. They don't know the prices, so they're going to charge even more for your overpriced stuff.
And they have a tip jar at the end, and you feel bad if you don't tip them.
And then they get mad when you don't, because their service was so bad. But when you stop screwing up my stuff, I'll give you my money. How about that?
Just make it easier to make me give you money. That's all we're asking.
And third of all, it shouldn't be a problem to go there in the first place, because they're everywhere. There's 13,000 of them, which is nearly as many McDonald's that we have in America.
That's
in
not
other
okay.
words, far too many.
Too many hipsters.
You're not cool anymore. It's not rare to go to Starbucks. Plus all the hobos that go in there and start fights, steal Wi-Fi, and in some cases close down restaurants.
Yeah, I would pass on serving people like that.
So yeah, you're not cool just because you go to Starbucks and drink 20 pumpkin spice lattes a day.
It's actually
Stop
quite
it.
unhealthy. Very unhealthy.
Doesn't matter if it is Starbucks. Don't do it.
This week I'm very angry about people who say, like, this generation sucks, especially the music, and then they're like, I wish I was born in the 60s through 90s. The music was so pure. I relate to it so much. Like, shut up! Shut up! There's plenty of other music today that has the same words. The only difference is the person who wrote it ain't dead. Okay? There's plenty of people who listen to 80s music that actually are from the 80s. Instead of saying like, oh, am I the only one who listens to it? And then you listen to like the most popular band like Queen or something like that. And the only songs you know are the top 10 most popular songs, because that's what you search, because you want to act cool and act like you're part of some hierarchy above music, but you're not. You're actually quite, bad at this. You're a bad person. Very bad. The fact that you find today's music so horrible just shows that you barely scratch the surface of music and you are that shallow. If you really want to find good music, you'll eventually find it. But not by searching top 10, insert popular band from the past, songs. That's not how you do it, okay? So the moral of the story is it's easier not to be someone everyone hates by not creating hierarchies out of nothing, okay? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you do it, we hate you. I mean, it's just that simple. But if you don't, it's okay. And that's it for this week.
That's all for this week's edition of the War Cry. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and remember,
It's a great day to make a play.
hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight.